everyone, and welcome to this reading. This time is going to be a love reading, and we are going to answer the question: will you see the person on your mind again? Will the two of you meet each other again? We'll try and find out. As usual, we will have 3 groups. I will insert 3 pictures, one for each group. Take your time in making your choice. I would advise that you only focus on one person and one group, so that the messages don't contradict themselves. Please take your time in making your choice. I will put the timestamps in the description box as always, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, group number 1. For those of you who chose this picture, this is going to be your reading. Let's find out. Will the two of you meet each other again? Will you see each other again? Let's see what the cards have to say about that. We have 9 of Pentacles, we have 7 of Pentacles, we have 2 of Swords. I feel like the person on your mind is really focused on themselves at this moment. They're not really focused on what's going to happen not even in the near future when it comes to your connection. I do feel like they're thinking about you. They're reminiscing about this. So there is definitely still some sort of an energetic bond between the two of you. If you have feelings for this person, these feelings could be mutual. They do regret something that happened in the past. They're very nostalgic about the past. And I feel like at the moment they could be on standby. So they're very focused on working on themselves, especially on their financial situation, on their well-being. They are the center of their story at this point. But I feel like in a back burner, there's still you or your connection, whatever happened between the two of you, that is still there. Some of them could actually be working towards coming back to you, trying to approach you again, trying to recreate something between the two of you again. I'm getting this idea that maybe back then when you met each other, when you knew each other, when you were in contact, whatever that contact implied, things were not right, like they felt inadequate. Maybe the two of you were very young. Maybe the situation was in such a way, maybe they were not healed, is what I'm hearing, like things were toxic, they were a little bit toxic. Maybe you hurt each other with words. I'm seeing a lot of regret around that. So we'll see more about that. So there is definitely some regret regarding your connection. And I feel like they feel guilty to a certain degree because they felt back then that they were not good enough for you. They were not the right person for you because they were so immature, and they might have said some things that hurt you, really hurt you. And I don't know, this person seems like somebody who is very misunderstood. They're very unconventional. They are very difficult to read. They are often misjudged by other people. You might have misjudged them as well. They might have portrayed themselves as a troublemaker, some of them, they might have been troublemakers in the past because they were immature, and maybe that's why things were toxic between the two of you. I'm seeing 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is again focus on themselves and focus on financial abundance. 10 of Wands and really hard work. So this person is working really hard. And again, this nostalgic energy. This person really wants to reconnect with you. They really do want to reconnect with you, but they want to be in a different place when that happens. So they're still working on that. They're still building that. Because I don't know, maybe inside there's still that feeling of being inadequate. There's still that feeling that no matter how hard they work, they will never be at your level, or they might never be good enough for you. I do see here that they are really working themselves almost to a burnout. So they're really struggling, and yeah, one of the main focuses is you and your connection. And we have King of Wands reversed. We have the Devil. We have King of Swords. I do feel like this person is trying to put their most intense feelings on a side. I feel like they're very passionate about you, group number one. If it were up to them, yes, you would meet each other again and you would see each other again. Because there's a lot of pull towards you. They feel incredibly attracted to you. But they're trying to be reasonable about it, and they're trying to be logical about it. So there could be a lot of overthinking. There could be a lot of reminiscing here. There could be a lot of passionate thoughts, steamy thoughts. But there's also this acknowledgement that acting based on their feelings will lead to no good here. So they're trying to be very strategic about this situation. I feel like they're trying to do it the right way, or they're trying to do it in a very cautious way maybe. Like test the field beforehand, or I don't know, make a plan. I feel like in their head, they've already recreated a meeting between the two of you, a reunion between the two of you. They could be fantasizing about that quite a lot. And I feel like they're trying to plan that to the smallest detail. This person could be somebody who is, it might sound bad, a bit obsessed with control. They like to control their environment. They could be riddled with anxiety, and that's why they feel safer in an environment they can control. So I feel like their approach to this is very meticulous. It's very calculated. It's like they have everything planned beforehand, and there's they don't like to leave room for, any spontaneous actions, because they don't feel safe. They want to make this plan that won't fail. That's their approach on this. We have Five of Pentacles, but they're still very fearful. And Five of Wands. Okay, so this is a bit of a contradicting the High Priestess. There's a lot of inner fear here, and the Lovers. Some of them might feel like they missed their chance. There is a deep fear within them that they might have missed their chance. A lot of them, they think that they missed the chance to tell you how they really felt back then. They've missed the chance to be honest about the entire situation, not just about their feelings. They were not straightforward. They were not a good communicator. They were not open. Maybe they were not open to commitment. They were not open to something more serious. Or they let you believe they are not open to that. But in reality, they were afraid to reveal their feelings. So there might have been an inner conflict where they acted hot and cold, and they acted like they didn't want a commitment, they were not ready to commit, they did not want something serious, but in reality, all they wanted was to share their feelings with you and tell you what they truly wanted. And that never happened. And I feel like there's a lot of regret around that. And, okay. So I do feel like you will see each other again. This person really wants to see you again. They really want to do things right this time. But they are very, very afraid, and their approach is incredibly slow. So if that's going to happen, it's not going to happen in the near future. It might take a while for that to happen. And the more time will pass, the distance between the two of you might grow, and they're very much aware of that. And they're very fearful of that. And the Queen of Swords. And again, being deep in thought about it. The Hierophant. So this time they would like to show you that you can count on them. They would like to show you how they truly felt back then and how they truly feel now. They would like to be a more stable presence in your life, a more reliable presence in your life. And I feel like they want to make you feel safe this time. They would like to make you feel safe. And we have the Wheel. Yes, but I feel like the circumstances, you with the Hierophant, it could be, for some of you, I'm getting that some of you might have moved on from this person. Or you're tired of waiting for this person, of them making up their mind, and of them, trying to become who they want to become. It's like it's taking a lot of time. It's taking a lot of time. So you might meet each other again, but by the time you meet each other again, it might be too late for them to have another chance, because you might have moved on. Because, life goes on, and you don't have time to wait for them. So this depends from one situation to another. They will most definitely approach you at some point. You will most definitely meet each other again. Now, it could be accidental, or it could be, of course it's going to be intentional on their part, but some of them might make it seem like it's accidental, okay? Like it's a coincidence, but it won't be a coincidence. And their approach will be very, subtle in the beginning. So they will test the field, they will see how, you're doing, how you've been, how your current life is, and see how things are, and see what they can do from there on. But I feel for a lot of you, what's going to happen after the two of you meet is going to be your decision. It's going to be your decision. Because, like I said, for a lot of you, I have this feeling that you moved on, you chose to close that cycle, at least that traumatic cycle that you had in the past. Or, before the two of you meet each other again, you need to close that toxic cycle, okay? You need to stop looking at this person from that perspective, to see this person as you saw them back then, because now they are changed, and they want to prove to you that they have changed. And in the end, it will be your decision how you're going to approach this. Okay, so group number 1, I will leave it at this. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Hi, group number 2, if you chose this picture, this is going to be a reading. Let's see, will the two of you see each other again? Will you meet again? Let's see what the cards have for you. We have 2 of Pentacles. We have 5 of Wands. We have the High Priestess. We have 6 of Cups. We have Queen of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of thinking back and forth between the two of you. But I'm also seeing 2 different worlds. I'm seeing 2 people that have evolved in 2 different directions. And for a lot of you, these different directions could be very, very different and very incompatible. And I feel like both of you are actually still thinking of each other, still remembering what happened between the two of you, still recreating conversations, and maybe, if I'm seeing like two people walking on the street and talking, or walking somewhere and talking, like a slow walk, and having a very relaxed and natural chat. So I feel like the two of you are remembering, those conversations and those walks and those times that you spent together. But there's a lot of uncertainty here. And in a sense, there's this inner knowing that things have changed way too much for a reunion to happen. It's like the two of you at this point could meet each other again, but you will not recognize each other because you have turned out to be very different people from the people you were back then. You have evolved. I feel that both of you have evolved in different directions, because life took you in those directions through very tough journeys. Both of you have been going through very tough life journeys, and those journeys have shaped you into something completely different from the innocence and the purity that was back then when the two of you knew each other. You might have known each other since childhood. You might have known each other since you were very, very young, or a connection might have happened when you were very young. The feelings that the two of you have for each other can go back way, way long ago. There's this sense of keeping those pure thoughts, those innocent memories, holding on to those innocent memories. I feel like for some of you, meeting each other again would actually be a disappointment, because there is nothing connecting the two of you to those innocent memories anymore, to those innocent people that you were anymore. And so, if you meet them, you actually might be disappointed in them because things have changed so radically. And it could be the other way around, of course. So, I feel both of you have realized it at some point. Maybe you could watch each other on social media, or you might have heard about each other from people that you might know in common, friends in common, family members, former colleagues, or something of that sort. So you might be aware of this situation. Let's see what else. We have the Page of Cups. Again, this emphasis on innocence. Looking back on those innocent years. Queen of Cups. The Lovers. The two of you had very, very strong feelings for each other. Two of Swords. And Page of Swords. Yes, I do feel like you're watching each other. I feel like in the end, the two of you cut your losses. I feel like for both of you, there was a time when you were still hoping that something will happen, that the two of you will meet each other again. There was still some hope for a very, very long time after your connection ended. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be that you actually had a connection, you were in a relationship, but there was an emotional connection, an emotional bond between the two of you. That broke because something happened. Let me see if I can, for some of you, this is a collective reading, of course, not everything is going to resonate. Ace of Wands. I feel like somebody was King of Swords. I feel like you had to move in different directions. For some of you, it might have been like an opportunity for a new life. For some, it might have been like, if you knew each other since you were young, it could be that you went to different schools, in different universities, in different cities. It's about a new beginning. Maybe both of you, maybe one of you pursued something. There was, a better opportunity, a better chance of making it in life. So I feel like the circumstances made the two of you separate, and the opportunity for something better. But that opportunity was incompatible with an actual connection between the two of you. So the most logical step in that situation was for the two of you to separate. And I feel like for a lot of you, there was still this inner hope for a very long time, actually, of reuniting. Maybe we'll see each other again. We will see each other again. But I feel like for both of you, at some point, you had to be honest with each other, or you had to be honest with yourselves, to be more precise, and admit that that's not going to happen, that too much has happened and you need to cut your losses. And it could be that some of you, both of you, have moved on from this. There's still those memories, you still have those memories. You'll be very fond of those memories, but you had to admit to yourselves that this, as time goes by, this is becoming more and more impossible. A reunion is becoming more and more impossible because you're drifting further apart. Neither of you are happy about this. It's a very painful realization, actually, for both of you. But I do feel like you already know this, in a sense, like you're aware of this. We have the Hanged Man. We have Two of Cups. This connection will always be strong between the two of you. I feel like if you were wondering if you ever meant something to this person, you meant the world to them. They might have told you, they might have not. You might have thought that they only took it as a childish thing, as an innocent thing, that it was just superficial. It wasn't. It wasn't. Whatever you felt for them and whatever you feel for them, they feel it back. They feel it back. They're still thinking of you the way you're thinking of them. But I feel like at this point, it would actually be a miracle if the two of you were to reunite or actually see each other again. It's almost like it's up to destiny. Or maybe both of you have decided to leave it up to destiny, to fate. Let's see what happens. If it's meant to be, it will happen. Let's just leave this decision to, the universe. So you're not very hopeful about it, really. You're not very hopeful. You're very aware that it requires an actual miracle for something to happen between the two of you. And we have Five of Cups. And we have the World. And we have Eight of Cups. So yes, again, this idea of, you've held on for long enough. I feel like some of you are even regretting the time you spent thinking about this person and this connection. You really did have to cut your losses. You really did have to think things through, process things, and make up your mind, am I going to be waiting for this person forever? Or should I move on with my life? And I feel like a lot of you have moved on, or at least tried to build a new life. Maybe you, maybe both of you, both you and this person. Maybe because of that decision, things have turned in such a way that they have taken you further apart from one another. You don't have a lot of hope about this connection. I'm going to be very honest with you. Maybe you already know that. Maybe you are still trying to tell yourself that there's still hope. You don't have actually hope. Deep down, I feel like group number 2, you know that even if you were to meet each other again, it's not a good idea. That is not a good idea. This should be left in the past. This is, it would be wiser if you left it in the past. Let's see what else. We have strength. And we have justice. Yes, in the end, you had to think of yourself. You had to think of yourself. And you had to do what's best for yourself. And sometimes, in life, we have to make tough decisions. We have to realize that not everything that we want is actually good for us. And this could be one of those situations where you just, you had the strength to admit to yourself that whatever happened between you and this person was not good for you then, might not be good for you now either. Regardless of the feelings that you had for each other. You can't build a connection solely on feelings. There has to be mutual respect, mutual understanding, especially respect for, people's decisions. Whoever took this decision to, start new, to seek out new opportunities. For some of you, I'm hearing like somebody wanted a better life, somebody wanted to pursue something better, and the other person had a very dramatic reaction to that. So this could be a very isolated case, might not resonate for everyone. Okay, so let's see one more card, and then we have Knight of Swords. So group number 2. What I'm getting here is that no, chances are that you will not meet each other again. I feel like you already knew this. You already had this feeling in your heart. And some of you might not even want to meet each other again. You prefer to remain with those good memories that you used to have. You want to keep those innocent memories, those pure memories. For some of you, it might have been a matter of like first love. You don't want to taint that. I feel like both of you are watching each other. You could be watching each other on social media, and you might have seen how different your lives are now. You might even be disappointed in how your person turned out to be. So while there is this curiosity about, what would have been like if only, you are very much aware that in this situation, you did the best for yourself. You made the right decision. And that decision was to close that chapter and to move on with your life and be happy. So that's the feeling I'm getting from this reading, group number 2. Okay? So we'll leave it at this. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to reading. If you chose this image, this will be your messages. Let's see. Will you meet each other again? Will you see each other again? Let's see what the cards have for you. We have Knight of Cups reversed. We have Ten of Swords. Wow, okay. We have Death. Oh wow, I feel like whatever happened between the two of you in the past was incredibly painful, especially for you, group number 3. For those of you watching this. It shifted your perspective on life and on who you are completely. Something incredibly traumatic happened. Maybe even a betrayal. It doesn't necessarily have to be cheating, but there was some sort of a betrayal. Something that your person did that was so unexpected and so painful that you just could not get over it. That it just killed all the feelings you had for this person at that time. And it turned you cold. It turned you cold. So this is very specific. Might not resonate for a lot of you, okay? We have the Magician. We have King of Cups. I'm seeing here that, ooh, I get the shiver. I'm getting the shivers. It's like your energy is incredibly, wow. Hold on. It's incredibly powerful. I feel like we have Seven of Wands. When I pulled the Magician card, the first image I had in my mind was a phoenix. It was a phoenix. You rose from the ashes after this disappointment. You rose from the ashes and you focused on yourself and you focused on being strong. You became a warrior here with the Seven of Wands. That's what you became. You focused on being strong. And like I said, you focused on your well-being, on loving yourself. I feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like this relationship, this connection was a good connection for you. I feel like it was incredibly challenging. I feel like you gave a lot, you invested a lot in this. You gave yourself completely to this connection. And they have failed you. This person has failed you. That's how you feel. And you still remember it that way. And you're still very defensive about it. You're still very defensive and you're still very unsure if you want to give this person a second chance, if they deserve a second chance. Because you have worked really, really hard on building yourself up again from that point on. And I feel like after that connection ended, you have grown. You took flight. You became who you're supposed to be. It's like that connection was holding you back, was holding you down, was holding you from evolving and becoming, reaching your full potential. I don't know why you want to meet this person again, group number 3, honestly. Let's see more. I don't know. We have strength. Well, I was talking about strength. Getting the strength to build yourself up, to rise again. We have Queen of Cups. We have Five of Cups. Okay, there's the same energy. It's the same energy. We have Queen of Pentacles. Okay, now I'm getting the message. Let's see. We have Ace of Wands. You want to meet this person again. And you will make it in such a way that you will meet this person again. Do you know why you will meet this person again? To show them who you've become. To show them that in spite of everything they have done to you, okay, making you beg for affection, making you beg for their attention, being hot and cold with you, withholding their feelings, withholding love from you. You want to show them who you are now. You want to make them eat their words. Some of you might have made you feel worthless. Okay? They might have made you feel small. And you want to make them eat their words. Because I'm seeing here success. I'm seeing here that you have become somebody who should be feared. Somebody strong. Independent. I'm seeing like you're doing a lot better by yourself. I'm getting that song You See by Madonna. It's an older song. It's one of my favorites. Maybe you know it. You could listen to it. We have the devil. Let's clarify this devil energy. We have Five of Swords. I feel like you feel like this person has turned you into an ice queen. Like they've stabbed you in the heart. Wow. I don't know what happened here. And I'm sorry, this is very specific. Like I said, might not resonate with quite a lot of you. You can check. the two previous groups. If not, maybe this is not your reading overall. But I feel like for a lot of you, this desire to prove them wrong, this desire to show them what you can become, is what made you so strong. I'm not giving credit to this person, okay? It's your own doing, okay? This is your own strength. They did not make you stronger. You made yourself stronger, okay? But the thirst for revenge, in a sense, is what made you strong. And yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like it froze your heart. You could be single, a lot of you. You could choose to remain single, or you're not, ready for a serious relationship now, because you're focused on yourselves. So it might have not been that long ago since this whole thing happened. But there's a lot of fire within you. There's a lot of fire. Like I said, the phoenix is like, you're burning. Is this energy of like big flames, a big light, a lot of heat. You have Four of Pentacles, right? Working on yourself, getting yourself together. Four of Swords. It took a lot of healing. I feel like, one of the reasons that you might want to see this person again is to get closure. And to finally heal yourself from whatever happened there. Because you are ready to move on. Whatever they did, I'm not saying that it should be so dramatic, okay? But whatever they did, you feel like they failed you. They have failed you. You trusted them. You were open with them. But you always felt like you have to chase them. Even though they claimed to have feelings for you, they always held back those feelings. And they always made you feel smaller. They made you insecure. They invalidated you in one way or another. So you had to, put yourself together. You had to focus on yourself. You had to, withdraw from that energy and focus on yourself. And create something new and protect yourself. Protect your heart. Protect your energy. And you want them to see that. And you want closure from this person. You want closure. But let's see, a clear message. Let's see real quick how they feel about this. I really want to know, because I can see how you feel about this. We have Six of Wands. Sorry. We have the Tower. We have Ace of Swords. And we have Ten of Wands. Wow, I'm getting a very emotionally mature person. I'm getting somebody who is very fearful, very insecure, riddled with dark thoughts, especially about themselves. Somebody who is burning up from the inside. And the fire from the inside is just spreading on the outside and ruining everything. This person is driven by their ego. Their self, their persona is weak, but they're trying to portray themselves as somebody who is very successful, somebody who is very happy, somebody who has it all. They've built themselves this image of somebody who's, the best, who's cold, who doesn't feel anything for anyone. It's all a facade. It's all lie. There's a lot of pain inside. There's a lot of pain and a lot of regret. And a lot of them realize that they have messed up, I feel like. But they're never ever going to admit that because of their huge ego. And that ego is going to be their downfall, I feel like. That coldness, that, inability to show feelings, to communicate in an efficient way, to present themselves as their true selves, that's going to lead to their downfall. Even if you meet this person, you will not get anything different from what you got before. They're never going to show you who they truly are or how they truly felt, ever. Because they're too afraid to do that. They're too childish to do that. So, will you meet them again or not? We have Four of Cups. And Eight of Swords. And Seven of Cups. So I feel like, yes, eventually you will see each other again. Eventually you will see each other again. There is a high chance of that happening. It's going to be an interesting moment for you. A very interesting moment. I feel like you will finally get the closure that you wanted. You will finally realize that you are over everything that has happened and you are over this person and you no longer need their attention, you no longer need their love. And once that happens, you can finally move on with your life and look into the future. There is still some bond, some sort of an energetic bond between you and this person. There is still something keeping you tied to this person. Maybe it's this desire for not necessarily revenge, but to prove them wrong. So you're still attached to that idea. And I feel like when you will see each other again, you will be aware that that bond has broken. And that you will finally feel free to look into the future and leave all of this behind you. Okay? So group number 3, I will leave it at this. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.